Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today's topic is care of a patients with a bedridden. Previous class we have discussed regarding care of a patients with a unconsciousness. In this class we have discussed regarding the care of a patients with a bedridden. Okay, see the nursing care is almost similar. To that of unconsciousness, except the back massage. Okay, except that all the same thing only. So in this class we have some gross review. Clear, no? So here, what do you mean by bedridden? So bedridden is nothing but as added to the bed, isn't it? No. So in this class we'll discuss regarding how to care the patient. Okay, what are the basic care we have to provide? Have a review, just review, because yesterday only, the last class, we discussed regarding how to care the unconscious patient. The same thing only here we have to do, but except one care, that is the back massage. Clear, no? Back massage, to give the we have to give importance to that of back massage. Okay, I will tell you how to do. So let's begin the class. Okay, then tell me, what do you mean by conscious and what do you mean by unconsciousness? Yes? Conscious is nothing but means what? The patient having the awareness of oneself and his surrounding. Isn't it? No. Unconscious means the patient doesn't have awareness. Isn't it? No. That is oneself and his surrounding. That condition we call unconsciousness. The deepest stage of unconsciousness is termed as coma, isn't it? No, the same thing only here we are using the bedridden means the patient who are stick on to the bed for prolonged time, or the patients who have fracture, or they have some neurological problem, or they have some some defects, or due to some sick, they are added to the bed. That condition we call bedridden. Okay, so for them, how to care? What is the care of a nurse? First one is a hygiene. Second one is a comfort. Third one is a treat the bed sore, or we have to take the back care. Then diet, food, exercises. These are the nursing goals. First we'll see hygiene. What are the hygiene we have to give? Brushing, oral care, and the bathing, hair wash, nail care. From head to toe we have to care. Okay, next thing we'll see the brushing, with a brush or without brush. Yesterday class, the previous class, we are discussed in depth, isn't it? How to give oral care and what are the procedure and all, isn't it? So this is the brushing. Second one is a bathing. So assisted bath or sponge bath we can give. Okay, assisted bath means what? We are giving assisting the patient is active, we are assisting the patient to take a bath. Otherwise we can give a sponge bath. Okay, next one is a hair wash. We can wash the hair at the bedside, or we can wash at the bathroom also. If the patient is with the support he was walking, means we can give at bathroom. Is cannot means we can give at the bedside only. Then to comb the hair, apply the lotion, apply the powder, change the dress, and we have to apply the emollient to the lips after bathing. Second is, after hygiene, we're going to discuss about the comfort. Is very much important for the patient. Don't think the patient is bedridden means the patient doesn't require any comfort. Is it like that? No, right? If the patient is on bed, nurse's responsibility is to give high comfort for them, because maximum time, most of the 100% of time they are spending in the bed. So we have to give the patient comfort. How? Making a proper bed making. Meanwhile we have to assess the output, means any emergency, any nature call, isn't it? No, if that is very important for the comfort. Okay, and giving the extra pillows, giving some, rising the side rails, isn't it? So applying, meanwhile if the bed is going to be soiled, we have to meanwhile changing the bed sheets, providing a comfortable position, comfortable bed. This is very much important. Okay, now see how to give the patient comfort. So always support the patient limbs and the back, okay, to prevent a bed sore. And arms and leg positions comfortably, whatever the positions the patient needs. Okay, always straight, or sometimes on the abdomen we can rest their hands, isn't it? No. And also communicate with the patient always. Okay, if the patient is bedridden, for the fractured patient, he cannot walk, he cannot, sit and all, isn't it? No. But they can communicate with you. No, communicate, listen his discomfort, listen his pain. Okay, meanwhile, we had to give the nursing care. And a guide to the lift to do things, helped in assessing to lift any object, help them. Provide extra pillows is very much important. I told previously that is bed making is very important, isn't it? No, proper bed making. Otherwise, what happen? If you are making the wrinkle bed making, all the dusters is hide within the wrinkles. Again, that causes the infection. So make concentrated for the unconsciousness, and also all the bedridden patient, the comfortable, nice bed making is very much important. Wrinkle free bed make you have to do. And for the the nature call or any urgencies, is very important to provide the urinals or the bedpan, or providing a catheter as per the physician order. Okay, the most important is a back care, as I told before. Okay, the taking care of a back, how the so many ways are there. See, otherwise the patient may get bed sore, or we can term the decubitus ulcer, means in the pressure point. Okay, the skin ulcer will happen, the damaging of a skin due to a prolonged rest on the pressure points, that causes the bed sore. So for them, so now you tell me, what are the pressure points? What are the pressure points in the body? Mainly the sacrum, elbow, knee and the ankle, isn't it? No, those are the pressure points where the skin get damaged easily due to the prolonged rest, due to the cessation of the blood circulations in the pressure point. For them, we have to do massage. Okay, changing the positions. For the wheelchair patient, or if the patient is sitting in a wheelchair, then we have to change the position every 15 minutes. If the patient is asleep on the bed, then we have to change the positions every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, we have to change the position of the patient. If the patient is lying on the left, we have to change them into the right after 2 hours. If the patient is sleeping on right side more than 2 hours or 3 hours, that may causes the pressure sore. So what we have to do? Every 2 hours once, we have to change the position of the patient in the bed. Or if the patient is sitting on the wheelchair for prolonged time, let them change the positions in the wheelchair in the every 15 minutes. Clear, no? As well as we had to give a sponge bath, and we had to give some water bed for them, is the best solution. Okay, water bed, also called alpha bed, and applying the emollients, applying some powder, back powder, no, applying some lotions. Okay, this is all very important. Okay, this is what the main focus in the bedridden patient. Okay, now we'll come to the massage. We have the massage. So many types are there. Importantly, we have 6 types of massage. Okay, I will show you in the video. First one is a effleurage. Effleurage means doing massage by the circular motion. Okay, see, like this. In this circular motion, we have to do the massage like this. Then we have to go like this and like this. No, like a figure of 8. Here also, here also. Circular motion, we are going some swings that we call the effleurage or figure of 8. Okay, next is a friction rub. Next is a tapping, by doing some tapping. Then we have to do some cupping. Cupping, no, like a make a cup like hand, like do the cupping. Then kneading means what? Like this, we are doing some paratha. Well, we are doing the paratha, we are making the atta, no? That we call what? Kneading. Okay, lightly we have to do. Then the pressure strokes. These are the types of massage. Okay. Okay, you have seen here, row. Okay. Now we'll see. This is we call the pressure sore. Okay, this is the first stage of the pressure sore or decubitus ulcer. If you are neglected, means this conditions become very worse. So as a nurse, we must take care the patient doesn't have this any like scar, because if your care is very highly effective, this never should be happen. It's never occur. Clear, no? So this is we call decubitus ulcer or pressure sore. Now we'll see. If you are neglecting this sore, it may turn to this. So before treatment, understood, no? The necrotize the whole, this is a very poor nursing care and a very neglected patient. Clear, no? So should not always, we have to change the positions every 2 hours, making the dressing, making the treatment properly. This is all very important. So bed sore dressing also we had to do. So using the betadine lotions or any medicated dressing, and the stroke from the inner to, whenever you are doing the dressing, you should do from inner to outer. Okay, keep the wound clean always. Do dressing daily we have to do. Okay, this is all the bed sore dressing. The diet and the feeding is very important, and I taught you before, that is how to do the nasogastric tube, isn't it? No, this is all you are know, right? So now we have to provide the diet, provide the food to the patient, okay, through the nasogastric tube or the gastro tube feeding or in the IV infusions or through the mouth we can do, okay, based on the condition of the patient. See, I'll show you. This is what NG tube, nasogastric tube, isn't it? No. And what is this? This is a gastrostomy tube feeding, isn't it? And this is, we all know, this IV infusion. And through the, I will show you, this is what is through the mouth, isn't it? No? So in this we have seen 8 to foot care we have to give, maintain the hygiene, change the position frequently, maintain the diet for the patient is very important, maintain the nutrition, and always providing the electrolyte fluid, very important, and doing the passive exercise also. With all this we are have a conclusions about care of a patients with the bedridden. I hope you understood, isn't it? No, any doubt you can clarify in the doubts in the group. Clear? Okay, thank you. We'll see you in the next class.